In terms of biblical representations of the Spirit of Mercury, there are a few examples that stick out to me personally, although I am sure there are many. First, we have the serpent that tempts Eve in the Garden of Eden. The snake and his temptation to eat the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil was the Spirit of Mercury. A cunning seduction of higher knowledge and consciousness, one that Adam and Eve were not yet intended to possess. The fruit opened the door to the fall of man, the canon event of our suffering. This fruit, that knowledge, the exile, all represent the essential concept of duality, of differentiation, and of separation. Was the snake a personification of a cosmic energetic force, or perhaps the temptations from within, powered by lust and by hubris? Another notable story from the book of Genesis is the recounting of the Tower of Babel. Yet another allegorical tale that describes how humanity, fueled by lust for power and by hubris, sought that which was not yet meant for them, and thus were cast down, strewn abroad, and made more separate from God. In this story, God sees that the imaginations of men are evil. This is an aspect of Mercury and his power over the mind. As a result, he not only scatters the Babylonians across the face of the earth, which is another link to Mercury's role as a traveler, one who connects people and bridges gaps, but God also confounds the language of the people, so that they would no longer understand one another. This connects to Mercury's rule over communication, interaction, understanding, intended meaning, and language. The third reference that I will make from Scripture is going to be Revelation 18:23. It is a description of the prophetic event of the fall of the city of Mystery Babylon, and it says, "For thy merchants were the great men of earth, for by thy pharmakia were all nations deceived." The word pharmakia here is the original Greek, usually translated as sorceries. But technically, the word pharmakia means medicine or poison, someone who administers a medicine or poison, or magic, enchantment, or sorcery. This can all come together to lead back to the Spirit of Mercury, the god of merchants, the trickster, or a deceiver. Pharmakia relates back to Mercury's caduceus, used in medical iconography, as pharmakia or pharmacon is the root to our modern words pharmacy and pharmaceutical. It also relates to Mercury's intimate relationship with and influence over magic, divination, and sorcery. So here, I think we can see how Mercury's spirit is represented by the merchants, the great men of earth, by the pharmakia itself, and by the action of deceiving all nations of earth.